Bella was counting money when the slap landed. It came fast, hard, snapping her head sideways and scattering naira notes across the narrow room. For half a second, she didn't understand what had happened. Her cheek burned. Her ears rang. The world tilted. Don't ever hide things from me again. Toby's voice cut through the heat like a blade. Bella stared up from the floor, shock freezing her limbs. Toby! The younger sister stood over her, chest rising and falling, eyes wild. One hand trembled, the other was clenched into a fist. The money lay between them, dirty notes fluttering against the cement like wounded birds. You think I didn't know? Toby continued. You think I didn't see you sneaking this money out every night? Acting like you're better than me? I was just saving, Bella said, her voice small. She pressed her palm to her cheek. For the tailoring shop, you know that. Toby laughed, sharp and humorless. You're always saving, always planning, always pretending you're some kind of saint. She kicked the money aside and turned away. Bella stayed on the floor, long after Toby stormed out, her heart pounding so loudly it drowned out the street noise outside. That was the first time Toby had ever hit her. It would not be the last. By morning, the house on Mercy Street looked the same as it always had. Rusted zinc roof, cracked walls, the smell of frying akara drifting in from a neighbor's stall. But something inside Bella had shifted, like a fault line cracking open. She went to work anyway. At Mama Nkechi's restaurant, Bella moved on autopilot, balancing trays, wiping tables, smiling at customers who never learned her name. Her cheek was swollen, but she blamed it on a small accident. Mama Nkechi looked at her too closely but said nothing. Around noon, a boy in a pressed uniform appeared at the doorway. Is Miss Bella Okonkwo here? The room went quiet. Bella wiped her hands on her apron and stepped forward. I am. He handed her an envelope, thick, cream-colored, heavy in a way paper shouldn't be. She signed with fingers that suddenly wouldn't stop shaking. The boy left. Life resumed. But Bella stood there, staring at her own name, written in elegant ink. Mama Nkechi noticed. Open it, my daughter. Bella hesitated, then tore it open. She read the first line once, then again. Then her knees buckled. Mama Nkechi grabbed her. What is it? Bella's lips parted, but no sound came out. Tears spilled down her face as she thrust the letter forward. Mama Nkechi read it. Her eyes widened. Then she screamed. Within minutes, the entire street knew. A full scholarship, Fashion Institute of West Africa, tuition, materials, monthly stipend, placement after graduation. People hugged Bella like she was already famous. Someone lifted her off the ground. Someone else shouted prayers. Someone ran to call the landlord. Bella smiled and cried at the same time, overwhelmed, dizzy, afraid that if she blinked, the moment would vanish. Across the compound, Toby stood still. She watched it all from the doorway, the laughter, the admiration, the way people looked at Bella like she mattered, like she was special. Toby's jaw tightened. That night, Bella slept with the letter pressed to her chest. For the first time in years, her dreams were light. Toby did not sleep at all. She lay on her back, staring at the ceiling, replaying the day over and over. Bella's tears, Bella's praise, Bella's future, her future. She rolled onto her side and looked at her sister. Bella's face was peaceful in sleep, innocent in a way that made something ugly twist inside Toby's chest. You don't deserve it, Toby whispered. The idea came quietly, not like madness, like logic. By morning, Toby had already decided. The first call she made was careful. She borrowed Bella's phone while her sister bathed, pretending hers had no credit. She dialed the number listed at the bottom of the acceptance letter. "Yes," Toby said softly when the woman answered. "This is Bella Okonkwo. I'm calling about some concerns." She paused, listening. "I don't know if I should say this," Toby continued, lowering her voice, "but I don't think I'm ready for such an opportunity. I've been struggling with some personal issues." She ended the call shaking, but smiling. It didn't stop there. Papers disappeared. Dates were confused. Emails were sent and deleted. Each small act planted doubt, watered carefully. Bella noticed things going wrong, but she blamed herself. "Maybe it's too good to be true," she said one evening, forcing a smile. Toby hugged her tightly. "Don't say that. You deserve good things." And Bella believed her. That was the cruelest part. When the scholarship office finally called Bella in, the woman across the desk didn't look angry, just disappointed. "We've received reports," she said slowly, "that don't align with the character described in your application." Bella felt the room spin. "Reports? From who?" "I can't disclose that." Bella left the office numb. By the time rumors reached Mama and Keiichi, the damage was done. "I'm sorry," the woman said, eyes wet. "People are talking. I can't risk my business." Bella packed her things in silence. That night, she broke down in Toby's arms, sobbing until her throat ached. "I don't understand," Bella cried. "I didn't do anything wrong." Toby stroked her hair gently. "I know," she whispered. "Some people just hate goodness." Her eyes, however, were calm. 3 weeks later, the letter arrived. Not for Bella, for Toby. And as she held it, reading words that did not belong to her, Toby felt power for the first time in her life. She folded the letter neatly and smiled. Toby read the letter 3 times before she allowed herself to breathe. Due to the withdrawal of the original candidate, her lips curved slowly. She folded the paper and slipped it under her pillow just as Bella entered the room, eyes red, shoulders slumped. "Who was at the door?" Bella asked. "Probably Nepa," Toby replied easily. "They're always dropping useless notices." Bella nodded, too tired to question anything. She sat on the bed and stared at her hands. "Toby," she said, after a long pause, "do you think I did something wrong in another life?" The question pierced something deep, sharp, and uncomfortable. Toby forced a soft laugh. "You think too much. Life is just unfair sometimes." That night, Toby waited until Bella fell asleep. Then she retrieved the letter and read it again in the dim glow of her phone. "They want me. Her name, her future, her escape, all built on Bella's bones." 2 days later, she told her sister. "I applied," Toby said, eyes wide, voice trembling in what looked like disbelief. "After your issue, they said family members could try. I didn't even think they'd respond." Bella stared at her. "You applied?" "I wanted to surprise you," Toby rushed on. "I thought, if one of us makes it, it's still a win. I'll learn everything and teach you. We'll open the shop together." Bella searched her face, looking for something, anything, that didn't sit right. She found nothing. "That's amazing," Bella whispered finally. "I'm proud of you." The words landed like a gift Toby hadn't earned. Classes began quickly. Toby stepped into the Fashion Institute, wearing borrowed confidence and stolen knowledge. She already knew how to cut patterns, how to measure without tape, how to coax life out of fabric. She had watched Bella for years. She had memorized her movements, the way thieves memorize locks. Instructors praised her instinct. "You have natural talent," one said. Tobe smiled and accepted the compliment like it belonged to her. At home, Bella's world shrank. She cleaned houses, washed clothes for neighbors, sold small men's at roadside stalls. Every rejection replayed the same question in her mind. Why me? One evening, Bella visited Toby's small apartment near the Institute. Silk curtains, new sewing machine, a future unfolding without her. "You look tired," Toby said. "I am," Bella replied quietly. "But you look happy." Toby didn't answer. At the Institute, a woman watched Toby closely. Mrs. Adeyemi. She was elegance sharpened by experience, eyes always calculating. She attended student showcases, rarely spoke, but noticed everything. After one presentation, she called Toby aside. "You didn't learn this here," Mrs. Adeyemi said flatly. Toby's heart stuttered. "Ma?" "These techniques," the woman continued, "they come from years of practice, from necessity." Toby forced a laugh. "I practiced a lot before coming." Mrs. Adeyemi studied her for a long moment, then smiled faintly. "Good. Hunger produces the best artists." She invited Toby to dinner. Opportunity stacked on opportunity, each built on the same lie. At night, Toby dreamed of Bella standing silently in corners, watching. 6 months passed. Then Bella vanished. No calls, no visits, just a message. "I need to find myself." Toby reread it twice, then deleted it. Relief washed over her first. Guilt came later. Far away, in a quiet village, Bella stitched until her fingers bled. Babatunde said little, but his eyes missed nothing. "You don't sew like someone learning," he said one evening. "You sew like someone remembering." Bella swallowed. "I lost my chance." He shook his head. "Chance is noise, skill is truth." She worked harder than she ever had before. She learned stories hidden in cloth, meanings woven into patterns, patience that could not be rushed. When she returned to the city, she did not go home. She rented a corner in a shared studio and began again. Meanwhile, Tobe became a name. Interviews, features, praise. But peace never came. At a private showcase, a boutique owner approached her holding a phone. "Have you seen this designer?" the woman asked. "She sells at Odrelegba Market. This pattern, it reminds me of your early work." The image hit Toby like a slap. Bella's work. Alive. Evolving. Real. Toby's smile froze. That night, she couldn't sleep. Because for the first time, she realized something terrifying. Bella hadn't been destroyed. She had survived. The fashion exhibition hall buzzed like a disturbed hive. Cameras flashed. Designers laughed too loudly. Deals were whispered in corners and sealed with handshakes that meant more than contracts. This was where careers were born or buried. Tobe stood at the center of it all, spine straight, chin high, dressed in confidence, stitched from expensive fabric. Her collection stood behind her, mannequins glowing under white lights. And then she saw her. Bella, not hiding, not shrinking. Standing near the far wall, calm, composed, wearing a dress that didn't beg for attention, but commanded it anyway. Toby's breath caught. She's here. For a moment, the room faded. The noise dulled. All Toby could see was Bella's face. Older, sharper, quieter, not broken, stronger. A photographer brushed past Toby. Someone called her name. Mrs. Adeyemi touched her arm. "Are you all right?" "Yes," Toby said quickly. "Just nerves." But her eyes kept drifting back. Bella spoke softly to a boutique owner beside her. She smiled once, small, controlled. She did not look impressed. She did not look afraid. That terrified Toby more than anger ever could. As applause swelled around the unveiling of Toby's final piece, Bella turned away and began walking toward the exit. Panic surged. Toby excused herself abruptly. "I'll be right back." She followed Bella down the hallway, heels clicking too fast. "Bella." Her sister stopped. Slowly Bella turned. Up close, the differences were undeniable. The softness Toby remembered, had hardened into something steady. Bella's eyes held questions, but not desperation. "What are you doing here?" Toby asked, her voice sharp. Bella tilted her head slightly. "I was invited." "To my exhibition?" "Yes." Silence stretched. "You shouldn't be here," Toby said. "This isn't your world anymore." Bella smiled faintly. "That's interesting, because I recognize half of what's on display." Toby stiffened. "Careful." "3 patterns," Bella continued calmly. "2 cutting techniques, and a story stitched into the lining of the 3rd piece, about a girl sewing by candlelight." Tobe's pulse thundered. "You're imagining things." "I lived them." They stared at each other, years of shared history pressing between them like a weight. "Why?" Bella asked quietly. "Why ruin me?" Tobe's composure cracked. "Because there was only room for one of us," she snapped. "You don't know what it's like to be invisible, to be smart and hungry and still ignored. Everything fell into your lap because you were nice." "That's not true. You didn't have to fight," Toby hissed. "I did. I took what the world refused to give me." "You didn't take an opportunity," Bella said. "You stole my life." Toby's eyes flashed. "So what now? You'll expose me? Destroy everything I built?" Bella studied her for a long moment. Then she shook her head. "I'm going to show you what you can't steal." She turned and walked back into the exhibition hall. Toby stood frozen, dread crawling up her spine. Bella approached Mrs. Adeyemi directly. "Mrs. Adeyemi," Bella said, "my name is Bella Okonkwo. We need to talk." The woman's eyes narrowed slightly. "About?" "About the scholarship you funded, and the work standing behind you." Mrs. Adeyemi didn't react outwardly, but she listened. They left the hall together. An hour passed. Toby answered questions, smiled for cameras, signed programs, but sweat soaked her back. When Mrs. Adeyemi returned, her expression was unreadable. "Toby," she said evenly, "we'll talk later." 3 weeks later, the announcement exploded through the fashion world. Clarification, investigation, plagiarism, Tobe's scholarship, revoked. Her phone buzzed non-stop. She went home and smashed a mirror. Across the city, Bella stood in her studio holding a new letter, a new opportunity, a solo exhibition. She should have felt victorious. Instead, her hands trembled. The night before the opening, a knock came at her door. Toby stood outside, smaller, thinner, angry in a quieter way. "I'm not here to apologize," Toby said. "I didn't expect you to. I'm here to warn you." Bella folded her arms. "About what?" "The world doesn't reward goodness," Toby said bitterly. "It rewards teeth. You think truth protects you? It doesn't." "Then why come?" Toby's laugh was hollow. "Because you're still my sister, and because this isn't over." She turned and walked away. The next morning, Bella's exhibition opened to praise and packed crowds. Her work spoke without screaming. As applause rose around her, Bella saw Toby at the back of the room, watching. Mrs. Adeyemi leaned in. "Your sister is meeting my competitors tomorrow. She plans to discredit you." Bella's smile didn't falter. "What will you do?" Mrs. Adeyemi asked. Bella exhaled slowly. "I'll decide," she said. Bella did not sleep that night. She sat alone in her studio, surrounded by fabric and half-finished designs, listening to the city breathe. Every sound felt louder. Car horns, distant laughter, the hum of generators. Lagos never rested, and neither did fear. Toby was moving again. That truth settled into Bella's chest like a stone. By morning, the rumors had already begun. A blogger posted a thread questioning Bella's originality. Another hinted at family disputes and uncredited collaborations. Nothing concrete, just enough poison to spread. Bella stared at her phone, fingers numb. Mrs. Adeyemi arrived before noon. "You have two choices," she said, without greeting. "You fight back, or you rise above it and hope people choose truth." "Hope is fragile," Bella replied. "Yes," Mrs. Adeyemi agreed, "but so is reputation." Bella nodded slowly. "Then I won't fight with words." She reached for a garment bag. The emergency showcase was announced that evening. No press release, no interviews, just work. Designers, buyers, critics, those who mattered, were invited quietly. The room filled with anticipation and doubt in equal measure. Backstage, Bella's hands shook as she adjusted the final piece. She thought of her mother's warning, of Toby's slap, of nights spent crying into fabric that never judged her. Then the lights dimmed. The first model stepped out. Silence fell. The designs told a story, clear, deliberate, impossible to fake. Each piece evolved from the last, patterns building on one another like chapters. The techniques were complex, layered, unmistakably personal. Whispers rippled through the room. "This is mastery. You can't copy this." In the back, Tobe stood frozen. She had arrived late, confident the narrative would favor her. But as she watched, dread crept in. These weren't the designs she stole. These were beyond her reach. When the final model walked, wearing a piece that fused tradition and modernity with breathtaking restraint, the room erupted. Applause thundered. Bella stepped forward, heart racing. She did not speak long. "I was taught that skill survives theft," she said calmly. "Tonight, my work speaks for itself. No accusations, no names, just truth." The next morning, the headlines shifted. Critics praised Bella's integrity. Buyers lined up. The bloggers fell silent or deleted their posts. Toby watched it all unravel from her apartment, rage curdling into something darker. She made one last call, a desperate deal, a reckless promise. But when the meeting came, the competitors hesitated. "Your sister's work is evolving faster than yours," one said bluntly. "We don't invest in bitterness." The line went dead. That night, Toby stood outside Bella's studio again. This time she didn't knock. She left. Months passed. Bella's brand grew. Slowly, solidly. No shortcuts, no noise. One afternoon, a message arrived. "I'm leaving Lagos. Don't look for me." Bella stared at it for a long time. She didn't reply. Some wars end with forgiveness, others end with distance. As Bella locked up her studio that evening, she felt something unfamiliar. Peace. Not victory. Not revenge. Peace earned. Somewhere else, Toby boarded a bus, staring out the window, already plotting her next reinvention. The city swallowed them both. Two sisters, two paths. One built on truth, one built on teeth. And only time would decide which one lasted. If this story kept you hooked till the end, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more gripping, emotional stories like this. Because some betrayals don't end, they just wait for the next chapter.